Assalamu alaikum. My name is Mahmoud Said Yusuf. Today I'm going to present chapter 4, which talks about Islamic banking sources of fund. I prepared for this presentation, Prof. Dr. Sairani Sainol. This chapter, we are going to look at the outline of this chapter. The first one is source of Islamic banking funding. The second is a types of deposit. The third is a practice in sourcing deposit. The fourth is determining profit margin and profit sharing ratio from the perspective of funding. The fifth point is identical and different practice among Islamic banking worldwide. So before we go into further discuss into this chapter, let's briefly know what is Islamic banking. What is Islamic banking? Islamic banking is the banking activity that is consistency with the principle of Sharia law and practically applicable. Sharia prohibits the acceptance of interest, which is also known as the riba or usury. Islam also allows the banks to make profit in their products and services. So that's the definition, the basic definition of Islamic banking. Therefore, in this chapter, we need to know the source of fund, where Islamic banking obtain the money, where Islamic banking obtain the money. So we need to know it and look at the balance sheet of this Islamic banking. The first one, we need to know Islamic banking play a major role. Islamic banking play a major role in channeling fund from the people who have money to the people who do not have money or need the money, which is called deficit fund, deficit people. Islamic banking also gain the money mainly two types. When we look the balance sheet of Islamic banking, the balance sheet is divided into two parties, which is the asset side and the other side is liabilities and equities. So the source of Islamic banking is based on these two types, the liability side and equity. How the bank obtain the money? There is, after we know the capital of Islamic banking, the capital is the money that the shareholders put in the bank in order to start or establish the Islamic banking and pay the necessary expenses, which is the salary of staffs, salary of employee or employers, also the administration staffs. Maybe the banking needs also the fixed asset, which is the table, chair, laptop, computers. That's the daily operations in order to generate the profit. Capital is the amount injected into Islamic banking during the setting up stages, the build-up capital of Islamic banking. Equity is usually the return earning of the Islamic banking that's accumulated during its operational period. Return earning refers to portion of the net income which is required by the corporation to revenue the afterward to support the financial position of the bank. That is reserve. Reserve are the funds that are set up aside from the benefit of the bank in form of legal or special reserve in order to support the financial position of the bank, reserved from either the capital or the revenue. Besides their own capital and equity, Islamic banking rely on two main sources of deposit: transaction deposit, which is the demand deposit, and saving deposit, which are risk-free but yielding no return. The second is investment deposit, which carry the risk of capital loss, which carry the risk of capital loss for the promise of variable returns. Islamic banking funding, the source also comprise the fund that come from other financial institutions and other liabilities. Now we are moving to types of deposit. Islamic banking offers four types of deposit to depositories or customers. First one is a demand deposit or current account. Islamic banking approves the application to open the current account of demand of customers of demand deposit subject to the application meeting its requirements. The initial amount shall be at the banking discretion of each Islamic bank and determined by the Islamic bank. Islamic bank offers two types of demand deposit or current account. The first type under the demand deposit or current account is Wadiyah Yadu Damana current account. The second is Al-Qard current account. The second type of deposit is a saving deposit. A saving deposit. Islamic banking accepts saving deposit from individuals, associations, and firms using three types of deposit. The first one is Wadiyah Yadu Damana saving account. Second is Al-Qard saving account. The second one is a Wakala saving account. The third type of deposit is investment deposit. Islamic banking accepts investment deposit from customers by specific period on the principle of mudaraba. Islamic banking acts as mudarib and the depositories as the provider of the capital, which is known as Rabbul Mal. Agreed among others. They agreed between the Islamic banking and the depositories as they are Mudarib and Rabbul Mal respectively on the distribution of the profit in the event of loss happening in the project. The customer will bear all the risks, but also Islamic banking also will lose his effort and time. Profit sharing investment account can be divided into two types: Mudaraba investment account and Wakala bi al-Istimtad investment account. The fourth deposit type is a term deposit. Islamic banking accepts term deposit to satisfy the needs and the requirements of different clients or customers. This structure is based on commodity murabaha from deposit. Commodity murabaha term deposit is a form of fixed deposit that comprises the series of murabaha contract. Is also known as classical as tawarruq. This term deposit is based on the contract of tawarruq. So then we are going to how Islamic banking practice in the sourcing of fund. The first point, as we discussed, is a demand deposit. Demand deposit is divided into two: Wadiyah Yadu Damana current account and Al-Qard current account. The first one, Wadiyah Yadu Damana current account, the customer deposit money to Islamic bank, and customer also gives permission that Islamic banking to use the fund. Islamic banking will fund this deposit or will invest this deposit to entrepreneurs, to people who need the money. So therefore Islamic banking will gain the profit from the entrepreneurs, but Islamic banking is not compulsory to give profit or extra money to depositors, but Islamic banking, based on his discretion, can give hiba or gift to customers. It's based on the discretion of Islamic bank. The second point is Al-Qard current account, which is Al-Qard means free interest loan. Islamic the customer deposits the fund to Islamic banking, Islamic banking at the same time can invest this money or this fund to mudarib or investment. Islamic banking is a compulsory to retain the actual amount, the principal, to depositories. So now we move into saving deposit. The saving deposit is divided into three main types, which is al-wadiyah, yadu damana saving account, and al-gharb saving account, and al-wakala saving account. This wadiyah saving account and al-gharb saving account is the same with same features with the demand deposit or current account. But now what we need to discuss is the third point, is which is al-wakala saving account. Al-wakala, it means the depositories is agent. Depositories is the principal. They appoint Islamic banking to be the agent of depositories. The customer will deposit his fund to Islamic banking. At the same time, the depositories appoint Islamic banking to act as agent. So therefore, Islamic banking will invest this money to entrepreneurs or the people who deficit. Might be individual, might be in the families, might be association, might be the government. Islamic banking will gain the profit from entrepreneurs. At the same time, Islamic banking, after he get the profit, Islamic banking will gain the ujra or agency fee, which is called. All the profit will go to depositories because Islamic banking acting as agents only. He only will gain the agency fee. The third point of deposit is investment deposit. Islamic banking accepts investment deposit from customers for a specific period on the principle of mudaraba. Islamic banking acts as mudarib and customer as provider of the capital. Based on this agreement, they determine or fix the ratio and loss borne by customers. Banking offers two types of investment account. Mudaraba investment account. Mudaraba investment account. Mudaraba is a contract where customer is a capital provider and the bank is mudarib or entrepreneur. Both parties should agree on the sharing ratio prior to signing the contract, which means before they sign, they need to fix the sharing ratio and loss. Banks offers three types of investment account. These three types investment account is general investment mudaraba account, special investment mudaraba account, specific investment account. In the previous slide, we divided investment account into three types. General investment account. Under this account, the depositors or customers authorize Islamic banking to invest whatever project he needs. The second is a special investment account, which is the depositors or customers restrict the project or the investment that Islamic banking needs. They restrict. They might restrict in the project. Maybe this project go to this project, or they say only you can invest this one. Also, the third type is a specific investment account, which is specify the type of project or the duration of the project that the bank will finance. The fourth type is a term deposit, commodity murabaha deposit. Islamic bank accept the commodity murabaha deposit in form of fixed deposit that comprise series of murabaha contract, also known as classical term at-tawarrud. In the method of operation commodity murabaha deposit, customer appoints the Islamic banking to be the agent. So the customer will deposit money to Islamic bank. An Islamic bank acting the agency of the customers will buy the commodity from trader 1. Then customer will sell these products or the commodities to Islamic banking on different payment. So Islamic banking now he acting the principle of the commodities. Islamic banking will sell this commodity to the other maybe other person or other groups or trader too at cost price only. So trader 2 will pay on spot basis. So Islamic banking now will pay on different payment to customers. So the customers will gain in these accounts his principal plus profit. How to determine profit margin and profit sharing ratio from the perspective of fund. The calculation of the profit rate quoted is determined monthly using the profit distribution table. The method used in determining the profit rate is a single rate or multi-T's. Its discretion. The formula used to calculate the profit amount is for the depositories as follows. Simple formula is a dividend T equal B times T times DR. So what is the B? The B is the balance at the end of the month or day. T is the daily, the number of days divided by 365 days, which is the whole year. DR is the profit rate quoted or indicative profit ratio. The second formula that using to determine the profit margin is accumulated daily average. Formula is dividend T equal ADA balances times DR divided by 365. Or AD balance equal sum at the end of the day balances divided by number of the days deposit. All losses will be borne by the deposits, except in the case where there is the evidence that Islamic banking of negligence in the managing of the deposit fund. The method that frequency for payment of dividend shall be at the discretion of each Islamic bank. Profit distribution based on general investment accounts. In Islam, Islamic banking distribute the profit to depositors depending on the profit sharing ratio. By using this formula, Islamic bank determine the profit of investment account. Profit payable on maturity equals total profit payable minus total interim profit paid. On the maturity date, the profit is computed using the formula profit equal B times T times DR divided by 1200, or also we can use P times T times DR divided by 365 divided by 366 times 100. Also, when Islamic banking to calculate the profit under special investment account, they will use B times T times DR 365,000. Also, they can use DR profit rate quoted divided by indicative profit rate. The profit equalization reserve. The objective of introducing profit equalization reserve is to enable the Islamic banking to mitigate the undesirable fluctuation of income, to remain competitive, particularly in terms of deposit area. So profit equalization reserve maximum monthly provision equals 15% times gross income plus net trading income plus other income plus irregular income. So now we are moving to differentiate or tell us the similarities or the difference between practice among Islamic banks worldwide. Now we are choosing to compare two countries, in Kenya and also Oman. The Gulf African Bank in Kenya is the first and the largest Islamic bank in Kenya and one of the fastest growing banking in the history of the banking sector of the country. The bank offers full Sharia compliant products and services. Gulf African Bank offers customers 4 deposit accounts, which is the current account, saving account, term deposit account, and safe custody. All these accounts are the current account and saving account. Current account is using the contracts of Al-Qard contract. Saving account is using the contract of Mudaraba. The term deposit account of Gulf countries used based on fixed deposit account profit for reducing duration of investment. Safe custody, this type of deposit, the Gulf African Bank provide the customers with an opportunity to deposit personal locked boxes, sealed envelope or parcel, certain valuable and documents, safekeeping with the bank. Misab Islamic Bank in Oman is a banking located in Muscat. It's the most popular and the largest Islamic banking window in Oman. This banking offers deposit products that offer Misab Islamic Banking is Misab current account, Misab saving account, Naswa saving account, and Misab term deposit. Misab current account is used the contract or the principal of qard, which is interest-free loan. Misab saving account is used the contract of Mudaraba. The third deposit is a Naswa saving account. Is crafted to make women's life easy and help you pursue goals that matter based on Islamic concept of Mudaraba. The fourth is Misab term deposit. This account is used based on Mudaraba. Thank you for your attention, all of you, and listening to me my presentation today. If you have any questions or not understanding, you can ask me anytime.